Hey guys, Pat, Ham Radio Hobby here, and today is my very first day on Meshtastic, and I picked up a device here, the LilyGo T Echo, and we're going to talk about it a little bit and how my experience has been so far on Meshtastic. So stick around and let's go over the device I chose first to get started on Meshtastic. Okay, so let's go over the device because a lot of you are probably just going to want to see this rather than the rest of the video, and I'll tell you what I think about it. So this is the LilyGo T Echo. I got it off of Amazon. It was about $90, so a little bit cheaper than the T-Deck Plus, but I figured this would be a nice device to start my journey into Meshtastic with. As you can see, it's built pretty solid. This is a solid plastic case. And it's got a connection here on the side for USB-C, so you can update the firmware and charge it. And USB-C is something we like. It's got two buttons here. This is like your main function button, and this is kind of like the power on, power off button. It's also got like a button up here where you can press it and it will turn on a backlight for the e-ink display. And I do like e-ink displays a lot. They save a lot of power. And in a device like Meshtastic, you would like to save a lot of power. So, what do I think of it so far? I've only had this for a day, and so far I like it. I think I need to upgrade the antenna. In the reviews, people are saying the antenna is less than ideal. When they upgraded it, they had a lot of success. A lot more success, I should say. Also, I might be a little concerned about the battery. I charged it up fully last night. I've been carrying it around with me. I brought it to work with me. By the time I got back home, which is about 8 hours later, it was about half power. So I don't know, maybe if that's a setting I have wrong. This is more or less default out of the box. So everything you see here is what you get with it. But it worked out of the box. I believe it's at the most recent firmware, maybe a version or two behind, but we will see later. Really, I just wanted to see if this thing could work out of the box, and it does. It does really well so far. It connected to my phone, no problem. And yeah, I think this is a pretty good entry device into Meshtastic. I haven't been able to hear a lot of stations with it so far, but again, I think that's because of the antenna. So why don't I talk about my experience a little bit more on Meshtastic, and I'm going to put a link for this in the description. Okay, so let me get one thing clear. I don't know a whole lot about Meshtastic. There was a gentleman who gave a bit of a talk yesterday at our club about it. I only caught the tail end of it, but it's something I have seen a few videos floating around from other YouTubers, and it's something I've been interested in. I just haven't really had the time or the overall interest to just go ahead and dive right in. And after yesterday, after the meeting, I decided, well, you know, let me go ahead and try it out. It sounds like things are kind of going in a big direction here with Meshtastic, and figured I'd be part of that journey. So I went ahead and picked this up. Just kind of off a bit general reviews of other YouTubers and also Amazon reviews. It was reviewed really well. I felt like the T-Deck Plus might have been a little too much to start out with. So that's why I went with this. And if you know me, you know I like portable and rugged. This kind of fits it. Although I will say the buttons are a little sensitive to touch. So I might need to like fabricate a little sticker above it or something to keep me from pressing it in my pocket. Also, like I alluded to before, I think I need to upgrade this antenna. I don't think it's working very well. But so far I'm enjoying Meshtastic. And I do have to say, the Meshtastic website, as far as user guidance on there, is fantastic. It's one of the best things I've dived into where everything is laid out. On the Meshtastic website, it tells you all the devices you can buy, how you have to configure them. It also tells you when you are configuring, what every setting does and how that can affect your radio. And that's great. These are radios, by the way. And in case you were wondering, no, you do not need a license for this. You can be an amateur radio operator and use it. However, you are supposed to turn off the encryption if you do choose to use it in an amateur radio fashion. So, with all that being said, I'm excited about this journey. I'm already looking at possibly like a modem or a repeater to throw into my yard to see if maybe I can pick up a few more stations. Being inside the house with a 950 megahertz antenna, it's probably not doing me a whole lot of benefit. But if I have something sitting outside that I can just ping and see what's going on, I think that'd be pretty cool. I'm excited to check out this device more, maybe get a couple more devices. These things run as cheap as like 35 bucks for a kit. And this was a little bit more expensive. I do have to say, I like this works out of the box at $90. That is kind of what I would expect, that this would work out of the box. It might need a firmware update like I alluded to before. If you guys have any tips or tricks for me regarding Meshtastic, please let me know down below in the comment section. And I'd appreciate it if you gave me a like, maybe even a subscribe. Stick around for a little while. I'm gonna try to make some more videos coming up soon. I'll try to make another Meshtastic video here in about 30 days, maybe 60. We'll see how it goes. But I'm excited to try this out and tell you what I think about it in a month.